Hello, this is a recorded version of the webinar that we've just taken place, and to be honest, I forgot to press recording. So I'm replaying this. It is a pre-seed version, so maybe there's some benefit there for you in that, of the IAST and mobile practice collaboration around transforming learning into performance. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Ben, co-founder of Mobile Practice. Now, you've probably heard the statistic 90% of training is forgotten, but have you wondered why that is? Well, whilst the learning market has evolved from this instructor-led training to a more of a blended learning experience with self-paced online study, virtual and physical workshops, followed by online knowledge assessments, today 99% of learning solutions focus on knowledge retention, i.e., do I know it? Now, neuroscience and experiential learning explain that this isn't enough, that in order to appropriate new skills and knowledge, we need to practice and coach in a meaningful and personal context to demonstrate that we can show it. Now, practice then enables us to integrate these new competencies with our existing skills and belief systems, enabling us to personalize that message. And so we're much more likely to use these new skills. And finally, Gartner research reports that 70% of learning actually takes place in the field. Now, as head of of training at a global IT organization, I witnessed firsthand the challenge of training staff with no visibility of whether they were actually able to apply these new skills. So, as co-founders of Mobile Practice, Arthur and I asked ourselves the question, what happens after training? How can teams transform learning into performance? To do so, they need to practice and coach relevant and personalized practice scenarios in the field at the point of need. So we founded Mobile Practice to tackle exactly these challenges. Mobile Practice is the micro training and coaching app to transform learning into performance anytime, anywhere. Our clients call it the WhatsApp for practice and coaching. So Mobile Practice is a SaaS-based asynchronous mobile video and messaging technology platform for customers with field-based teams to practice, coach, and improve performance by making it easy to practice skills in the field when it suits, and to help managers and coaches to engage and coach on a one-to-many basis. And finally, to identify specific opportunities for incremental performance improvement. Now, the opportunity today is significant. The sales coaching market alone represents around $5 billion as in growing, and the training market more than $50 billion. At the same time, we all know how the workplace has changed, and the learning and practice and coaching need to evolve to support more and more remote workers. Companies understand this challenge and are looking to move from this sort of training and knowledge retention basis to more of a learning and outcome measurement approach. At the same time, you as training organizations, you need to evolve quickly to cope with this new context and requirements, and are looking for solutions to bring value and create new revenue streams. Now, the good news is that budgets already exist as companies are looking to adapt their learning strategies to support their workforce. So, before I dive into show you a demo of Mobile Practice, I'd just like to share with you the experience of one of our partners today in Red Door Training. So, and my colleague Sean will be presenting to you. What's really important here is that you understand what the customer challenge was. It was around upskilling and improving confidence and performance. The other thing is how he built this through virtual and asynchronous micro practice and coaching. But the key things in terms of outcomes for the customer and for Red Door was one for the customer was a demonstrable training ROI, improved performance, and the sharing of best practice. And for Sean and Red Door Training was the development and creation of customer intimacy and the opportunity for new incremental revenue streams. I'll explain about what we mean by the incremental revenue streams, exactly what they are later on. So I'll let Sean take the stage.
Hi there, I'm Sean from Red Door Training. We first started working with Ben at the beginning of this year in 2021, and it was a particular client who is a large animal and food nutritional brand. We deal with a number of international organisations, and this particular client works across the globe. The people that we were working with were the sales teams who were working in a COVID situation, having to work virtually like most of us. And it was upskilling them on a variety of sales techniques, such as overcoming objections, closing, how to ask meaningful and powerful questions. What we did a number of workshops over about a 2-month period, combining mobile practice with 6 practice sessions. The workforce, the participants, were allowed to complete the videos within a given period at time that suited them. And I got the support from Ben to set the videos up, to set the criteria up so that the criteria could be assessed and measured. And we then allowed the participants to really kind of pilot this. What I found particularly useful was with working with Ben and mobile practice, I wanted that reassurance that I'd have that support from the IT support side, and he really gave me that and helped me through walking it through. He also gave support to the client, which was 3 separate teams, making sure that the project was set up to succeed. We were really pleased with the results, and I think through working with one of the sales managers, the first team that we did, what we noted was how the increase in confidence and how his people felt about working and conducting the sales calls they had to do now. And also, an added bonus was because so much of their work had been working through video tools such as Zoom and Teams, that this gave them confidence in presenting using modern technology. So all in all, we've been really pleased with the results, and we're continuing to work with the client with another project starting in September through a virtual and blended learning approach. So thank you, Ben, for your support. That's Sean from Red Door Training.
Thank you very much indeed, Sean, for your kind words. So, as you can see, Sean was recording that in the Lake Districts with the water passing through nearby, hence the relaxed atmosphere. And okay, so let's move on. So, what I want to show you now is a short demo of mobile practice. What I believe is this really gives you an opportunity to see how it works, and hopefully you see just how easy it is to set up and use, and how intuitive it is also for the learners. So I'm just going to share with you now a demo that was created for you to look at now.
Hi, I'm Ben from Mobile Practice. Today I'm going to show you interaction between a learner and a coach inside a practice scenario on Mobile Practice. So, without further ado, let's head over to the application. So, here we are inside the application. Here on the left-hand side, you can see different practice scenarios that have been created. Today we're going to have a look at the practice scenario, Meet the Customer. And here you can see a practice scenario is split into 3 elements. We have the instructions, we have the private message exchange between a coach and a learner, and we've got the group chat where all participants can message each other, and there are nudge messages as well. So let's first of all have a look at the instructions. The instructions are where the coach develops the practice scenario. So here we've got Meet the Customer, where we want the learners to practice creating a warm and engaging welcome. Here we've got the steps. We want them to review the customer history, create a relevant personal greeting, craft a specific open question, and we want to practice and record a 1-minute storytelling. And then what we're looking for inside this is, in the evaluation criteria, is a relaxed and natural tone personal greeting, and a nice relevant open question. Finally, the coach can finish this off by adding a personal video where we lay in more context. Maybe it's about the specific customer, as well as the objective, and then he can share that with the team for them to go and practice and record their video offline. So once the learners have practiced and recorded their video, they then send that video back to the coach. Here I've got, as the coach, Thomas has got 2 learners. Let's go and see Alex's reply first of all. So we click on Alex, and then what opens up is the message thread between Thomas the coach and Alex the learner. Here you can see where you create the messages. This is identical for the coach as it is for the learner. Video, you can add a photograph if needed, a voice message, or even a PDF document. So let's go and have a look at Alex's video first of all. So as the coach, Thomas can review the video as many times as he like. This is really important for maybe new managers who have not gained that experience of providing feedback. This opportunity provides them the opportunity to review that video as many times as they like before providing that feedback. So in this scenario, Thomas asks Alex to record another video, really focusing on a descriptive question this time. Alex re-records once again, sends it to Alex, who really likes the video, and he wants to share this with the group. Once he's gained permission from Alex, he can then share that by just simply clicking on the video and saving as best practice. This then sends a note to Alex, congratulating him, as well as a message in the group chat. All that's left for Thomas is then to evaluate Alex's performance. Click on evaluate, and here we recover the evaluation criteria that we developed at the beginning of the process. So once we've scored his performance, Alex is notified, and then the practice scenario is then closed for that specific learner. Group chat is where all participants involved with the practice scenario can message each other, as well as automated nudge messages will appear. So for example, here you can see Alex's video has been chosen as best practice. Why don't we go and have a look? So we can click on it, and then we can see inside the description of the practice scenario Alex's video. So here's a really great opportunity to value the contribution by the learners, as well as increase that collective intelligence of the group. So that's how the interaction works within mobile practice. What I hope that you've been able to see is just how easy it is for a learner to practice and record their new skills at a moment that really suits them in a context that's very specific to their working environment, and for the coach to be able to engage, observe, and provide coaching feedback within a simple, structured process. For more information, why not head over to mobilepractice.io.
Thank you, Ben. So that's all well and good. So what's the opportunity for mobile practice and IAST members? Sorry, Ian. So mobile practice has got together with IAST to develop this package for 10 users, the yearly subscription of £2,000, the first 10 partners benefiting from an extra 20% discount. And inside that package, what does that include? That includes application and admin training, including partner portal setup. It includes the creation of 3 practice scenarios for either to be used as demos or to be used for customers' projects. We will provide pre and post-sales support for your first 2 projects. And as the Sean testified, it's a really important part of the process, just to make sure that you understand this new approach of working with your customer. And from our perspective, making sure that we make it's a seamless and easy working experience for you. We provide customer success manager support and quarterly partner training events. And because we sometimes come across customers that say, love the tool, but do you know what, our managers just don't have the skills to coach our team members, we have built a specific training content that we deliver at a price of £925 that we will transfer to you that you can use for yourselves and with your customers. And finally, we'll provide marketing support in the support of campaign and collaterals. So, great. But what does that mean? In terms of the value to you, the partners, it's the following. One, it helps you demonstrate the return on training investment to your customers. By that, I mean, you can demonstrate observable and demonstrable change in behavior post-learning intervention. Second, we provide support to help you sell and onboard your customers. Again, it's a really important point. We are successful if you and your customers are successful. So we are there to make sure to help you support your sales and your customers onboarding with your first deals. And finally, this is an opportunity for you to generate incremental service revenue. By that, I mean, our training partners typically generate £5, $5, €5 of asynchronous coaching revenue for every single pound or euro of a mobile practice license sold. How is that achieved? Well, instead of creating training and coaching by the hour or by the day, now you can combine your training with asynchronous coaching interventions by practice, by team member, so that you can generate pure extra incremental license service revenue for you. So what we typically see with the training partners is that they're generating between £60 to £70 worth of asynchronous coaching intervention per person per scenario. What that means is it means for you a 5 to 10 minute piece of work where you review the performance and provide coaching feedback performance feedback to those users. For the customers, it's fantastic because there's a reduction in terms of the hourly or daily coaching rate. They are obviously working on asynchronous scenarios, but what they're looking at is the result. The result is an increased confidence and performance. And from your perspective, it's very efficient because you can review those videos at a moment during the working day where you've got that time to sit back, review, and provide that feedback without having to synchronize your diaries and set up those meetings. What it means, obviously, for the first 10 partners is also a reduction, 20% reduction in those fees. So those £12,000 worth of value is represented by the time that we put into you and your customers to help it make successful. It's the effective manager coach training content that you can take advantage of. And it's also the extra incremental service revenue that you can generate off your first 2 engagements with your customers. So I hope that's been useful. If you're interested, please contact me at ben@mobilepractice.io. Thank you so much indeed for your time. Take care and happy selling.